Hello there, family. Tam here. Hope all is well today. It's a nice rainy day today, and it's okay. So, today I'd like to share with you just a couple of synchronicities, coincidences, whatever you want to call them. They're all from God. Once you start learning to tune into these things, you'll find that you'll see them more and more every single day. So, I went out onto the porch just to just do some quiet time, and I I sat quietly and I asked God if He would just give me something direct, like I always ask, and He always does it. And even though I say this to you all the time, this happens to me daily. And I can't even tell you that it still amazes me every single day that He speaks to us. And when we learn to tune in, you'll be amazed at how much we miss because we go through life thinking that God doesn't help us or He isn't here for us. So I bought this book the other day. It's Incredible Coincidences: The Baffling World of Synchronicity. It's an old book. I just happened to see it online and I decided that I wanted to get it. So I got it. And with books, I find that um, God just directs me to books into what I need to um, hear. That's one reason why I have a lot of books around my house, because He directs me to a book, I open it, and it's like He's speaking to me. So, anyhow, I got out on the porch and I'm sitting there and I'm like, could you just give me something, Lord, directly to what I need to hear? And so I open the book and it's talking about lightning strikes happening twice in a row at different times, different years. So was uh, I just laughed because it was it was thundering all around me, and that was no coincidence. Just wasn't a coincidence that I asked for something and then He totally gives me about lightning. So I decided that I was going in to make a cup of coffee, and I'm not supposed to drink coffee. It doesn't like me, it hurts me. And I just was a little ticked off from my health. And I've been staying away from coffee, which I love forever, for most of my life. And I went in and made the coffee, and it wouldn't work. Coffee was coming out clear instead of coffee in it. And I made sure that I grounded the coffee and had the coffee there. So instead of listening to my little voice, my synchronicity that don't drink the coffee, it was stopping me, which this happens to me a number of times. I just drank the coffee and I know that it's not good for me, but it was just sharing with me. See, you get told things all the time and you don't listen. One thing that I find that we are told that not to eat stuff. We all know in our bodies not to eat stuff. When I went to the natural doctor that I go to, she was telling me certain things that I should eat to help me with my things that I have wrong with me. And I said to her, that's strange, because a couple of months ago I decided that I wanted to eat soy products and soybeans, natural organic soybeans, and that's exactly what I should be eating right now. And I never liked tofu, and a couple of months ago I had tofu because I've been eating fresh fruits and vegetables mostly, and I liked it. And she said tofu is great. So your body does tell you things that you need, and you just have to learn to tune in and listen to your body. Um, you know what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat. You know you're not supposed to be eating sugar and crappy foods and baked goods, but we tend to just ignore it and just do it anyhow, and then we're complaining about why we're sick. And our body is telling us what we shouldn't have, but we don't listen, and we want a pill to help us overcome these problems. We want a magic bullet to help us, when in truth we really need to examine what we're eating and what is in our foods, and learn to move forward with going in the direction of eating healthier. If you're overweight, I'm overweight, you know that you need to lose weight, but you know it, you say it, but you don't do it. My biggest thing with teaching people is to do. We can be told all the time, or we know all the time what we need to do, but we don't do it. Today, when I was looking up back in my journal, I saw I was asking, as I always do, for certain things, and I just happened to look back and was reading back in my journal, and what do I see? All the answers are there. They're all there. It's just doing. We have to learn to do. If we don't do, then we can do all the work possible. We can go to seminars, and we can go to workshops, and we can hear all the things. We could read all the good books. We could listen to all the tapes, messages, you name it. We can do it all. But if we don't do, we will not accomplish what we need to do. So the best thing you can do when you want to do something is to take the first step, and then the next step, and keep on going. And learning to tune into God daily with meditation and writing will help you. And I will tell you that it helps me tremendously every single day. And even when I'm really, really angry, or I don't want to listen, I'm grateful that God continues to answer me. Even though I've asked the same question a million times, he still answers me a million times. The other day, I have a problem with being in front of people. It took me a long time to be doing this. And so I practiced playing a new song, 2 songs actually, and I went to open mic to play the song. And so I got there early, and I sat there. I signed up at 6 o'clock when I was supposed to, and they decided before I had come there earlier, probably several times earlier before I came there, that they were doing random, so they would put it in a bowl, and then people would pick who the next person was. So she had asked a question, what would you do if you could have your perfect day? And so I thought about it, and I got my answer ready. I wanted to spend the day with God and have him help me to be able to maneuver through the negative world that we live in, the negatives that are thrown at us that stop us from doing things. And so I was ready with my question. Well, guess what? The night went on. 3 hours later, I did not get picked. And I was angry because I felt God said, play these songs, study them, learn them, and play these songs. I like to do music with a message. So I left there, and I was angry at God. Not anybody else. I was angry with God. And I wasn't nice. I was riding in my car, and I was not very nice with my words to God. And I cried. And then I was in a bad mood all the next day, and I cried some more. And I was really angry. And I realized I'm glad he has big shoulders, and he doesn't let us let our anger get in the way of him loving us. So I did get a message out of that. He showed me exactly what I needed. And what did I need? I needed to be patient in the time of negative. When negative is coming at you, and it was that night, some of the words that were said were kind of negative, kind of bad, and I really wasn't happy about the whole thing. And he showed me what I had to do. You have to be just let it go. Just let it go and move on, and don't get so angry about stuff, and don't let things bother you, and learn from the times that get you angry, or the times that you're going through the storm, or whatever the case may be. And I was mad, and I said, I don't ever want to be bothered with you anymore, God. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. You tell me to do something and I do it, and then nothing happens. Well, I realized the next day that there's no way I could live without seeking God and praying to God and walking and talking with God. And there's no way that I could be without God. I don't even know how people do it that don't walk with God, don't seek God, don't get the answers that they need from God. So I'm just telling you guys, he has big shoulders, and if you're angry with him, don't be. Just ask him to forgive you, and he always does, and he'll keep showing you things every single day. Don't let the negatives get in your way. Don't let the negatives stop you from doing what you're called to do. Don't let people with negative talk about you stop you from doing what you need to do. You have everything you need because God gave you the gifts that you need. So have a great day, and God bless.